Hey Macro Machiners, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is an AMRAP for 22 minutes. It's called Purple. So it's going to be 12 alternating dumbbell snatches, 12 V-ups, 12 weighted lunges, and 12 burpee box jumps. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. All right, so the first movement is going to be our alternating dumbbell snatches. So you're going to need just one dumbbell for this. And just keep in mind, we want to come down. We want the dumbbell to be in front of us. We want to come down. We don't need to be in a full squat for this, but we just need to come down. Our chest should be over our knees. Our knees are going to be pulled back, and we're going to keep our chest upright. So if that made sense, I just said over, up. So we want to reach our chest up, but it should be, again, it should be over our knees. So we're gonna come up and we're gonna drive with our legs. So our feet are gonna be planted nice and flat on the ground. We shouldn't be on our toes or our heels. We should be flat-footed. And as we come up, we're gonna really drive our feet into the ground, push up as hard as we can with our legs as we're bringing the dumbbell up. And we're gonna come out. We're not gonna come back. We're not gonna come forward. We're gonna come up and out like a scarecrow. And then as we're driving up, it's gonna help the momentum of the dumbbell to come upward. And then we're gonna turn over the dumbbell and push up overhead. We're gonna finish that pull up and push overhead. And it should be, when we're overhead, again, our ear and our arm should be in the same place. So we're gonna pull, and you can catch in a quarter squat to come and meet the dumbbell down. So again, we want our core always tight. Our back is gonna be straight. So this is what it's gonna look like. We're gonna push up overhead, come back down, push up overhead. And again, my chest is always driving upward, and I'm coming down into, we're not leaning over to pick up this thing. We don't want to be, our legs should never be straight when we're picking this up. We should bring our butt down to meet the dumbbell off the ground. Now what we can do to make it go a little bit faster, if you're really trying to get that time, that reps in, you can actually do a switch on the way down. So what I mean is, we're gonna come up, and then as it's coming down, we switch hands, and that just saves a little bit more time if you're trying to get those reps in. So that's with the dumbbell. Some modifications: if you don't have dumbbells, you're not ready for dumbbells, again, we can use different weights, but if you're using a light weight, I really still want you to use that leg drive and really push up overhead. Obviously, the heavier the dumbbell is, the more leg drive you're gonna have to use, the better your form is gonna have to be. So just because it's a light dumbbell that you could probably just pick up off the ground and pull overhead doesn't mean you should lack in form. So remember, always come down, your chest, back, everything should be straight and up. Never, again, just because it's light, be nonchalant about picking something up off the ground. That's how we get hurt, even if it's light, and we should always practice good form, right? So some modifications, we can use a band. So we're gonna place one foot under the holding the band on the ground. You're gonna come down into like a quarter squat, keep that chest up. You're gonna pull and push up. And you're gonna do, 6 on each side for that. The other thing you can do, you can use a plate and just do plates to overhead. So we're just gonna, again, that nice same squatting down, back straight, chest up, and completely straight overhead. You guys can also do the slam balls and replace too, if you want. So our slam balls, again, we're gonna have to squat down a little bit further for this. 2 hands on the ball, squat down, chest up, back straight, drive up. And you can do those instead as well. All right, so next movement is going to be our V up. So we're going to come up with our feet and arms at the same time. Modifications, knees, leg lifts. When you're doing the leg lifts, really concentrate on squeezing that stomach as you're lifting up, and try to bring at least your shoulders off the ground as well. You can also do alternating V-ups as well. Lunges. So first, just go over the proper movement. We want to come out, we want to be in that nice 90-degree angle. Push, drive with that front foot up. So a modification would be no weight at all. You can do 1 dumbbell and just have it in that nice front rack position. Or you can do a suitcase carry. And remember, with the suitcase carry, you have 2 heavy weights pulling your shoulders forward. So you want to fight that, pull your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and make sure you're holding that the whole time, and stay nice and upright as you're lunging forward. Don't let that weight pull you down. So last but not least, our burpee box jump. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a burpee with a box jump. So we're going to be facing the box. We're going to come down into a burpee as close as we can without hitting our head. We want to jump all the way up as close as we can, and then jump up onto the box, come back down. And remember, when we do box jumps, our foot is going to be fully on the box, never hanging off. We want to land in a quarter squat, not a full squat, and we want to stand all the way up at the top. So some modifications, you can just do sprawl out, back, and jump up. You can do a sprawl, step up, and remember, when we're stepping up, we step with 1 foot, we take that whole weight onto this foot, drive all the way up until the leg is straight, and then the second foot goes onto the box. Never one of these things. The other thing you can do too, you can do a burpee on the box and then jump up or step up. You can also do a burpee walkout on the box or step up as well. And if need be, you can cut out the burpee altogether, or you can just do a push-up and then a burpee, or push-up on the box and then a burpee, whatever fits your needs there or your level. Ooh, jeez. So that's the workout. Again, that's purple. Good luck, guys. It's rounds for time. Make sure you're marking down the weights, the movements, and the rounds, and revisit these workouts and see if you can mark your progress down.